Hey, Scott, Machine Gun Dad. Recently, a guy I know who works at a local gun shop contacted me about, he knew I had converted one of these into a machine gun, and he said, do I want another one? So what is this? Well, he thought it was a Tech 9. It's actually technically a DC-9. That's what the model says, Model Tech DC-9. I'm not much of a tech guy, as in era. I know the Tech 9 became before the DC-9, but I can't tell you years and production figures. And I also can tell you that there is some minor differences. One of the things I noticed about this particular gun, it doesn't have a sling loop on the back of it, like my other DC-9. I have a spare sling loop from the parts I've acquired, and I tried to put it in, and there's not enough room in the back of this receiver to put that sling loop. So there must be some minor differences, although I know I can put the other upper on this gun. So it's kind of neat. I think Nick and I should take it out and shoot it, see if it even works. And then we'll be in to talk about it. Hey, you just saw us shooting the full-length DC-9. It was we shot this in the other DC-9. That footage is going to end up being in two videos. But what did you think of the full-size DC-9?
This full-size one, after shooting one with the brace, without the brace,
through that whole production,
your various amounts of the Tech series, this one was actually quite comfortable to shoot. I do like the full-length nature of it. I wouldn't ever use it as, God forbid, concealed carry. Look at this thing, or any sort of defense scenario. But it is very fun to shoot, and I like having the more weight on the front end, because those rapid follow-up shots are ridiculously easy when you have this much weight on the front end. It's just plank, 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 one after the other. It goes barely above the plate on every shot. It barely any noticeable recoil vertically. The trigger is a Tech trigger.
Yeah,
it exists.
It's a sear,
and at the very least, it's got easy controls. It's easy to manipulate. The few failures that we did have that were ammunition related they're ridiculously easy to clear. You just, and down it goes.
Did Andrew just bump see, if the camera moved, it wasn't Shannon. The dog is helping. I have this and the Tech. I don't see a difference between. Nick is right. I find this version a little more pleasant to shoot, and of course with the brace. What do I think about the Tech 9 now that I have 4 or 5 of them? They are fun to play with. They make a pretty neat little submachine gun if you have the license. I still don't think this would be a gun that would be, if I wanted to have a gun that represented that era, the 1980s, this wouldn't be it. I would still probably go with a closed bolt Mac, even though the trigger's better on this. Parts and magazines are a little cheaper for the Mac. Or even if I could find one, an Uzi carbine.
That would be cool.
That's consistent with that era, and they're reliable, especially if you get an IMA. But people say, well, Uzi carbines are like $1,200, $1,500, $1,800, $2,000, depending on who makes them. You know, whether they're Norinco or they were Vectors or IMIs. Well, these are $1,200, boys and girls. $1,300, and a good magazine for these are $100 a piece. So in reality, this and 10 magazines would be about the same price as an Uzi with 10 magazines, because the surplus Uzi mags are $20. Should you have one of these? If you're a collector like me and you're into American firearms history and you have the money, yes. Should this be your first purchase after you've got your carry guns and your hunting guns out of your way? No. No. This is something that you've got other stuff, but now you want something that's a range toy, that when you take it to the range, people go, ooh, ah. They'll shoot a mag out of it. You'll see the smile, and they'll never want to shoot it again. Unless they get the machine gun version. And then they'll probably want to run it a lot.
Oh, gosh.
Cool to have. Neat to look at. It's a neat looking gun. But it's a range toy. And that's all it'll ever be. A historic range toy.
Yeah.
So they'll make
Those are the best ones.
They haven't made this in what? 20? When did Intratec go out? In the 90s? So this gun's probably, I don't think they've made these since either the early 2000s or the late 90s. Because they made the AB-10, they made up to through the Clinton bill, so that was 2004.
The year I was born.
So these are all old, and that's something else to think about. Polymer. Make sure you get one that wasn't abused, because if it's cracked, that's the registered part, and it becomes a part set. Thanks for coming to the channel. I want to thank Andrew for camera work. He's helping. See you soon.